So I'm back. Still the same channel, just renamed it. You know, it's sometimes you just move on, like an evolution. But yeah, I named it Out of Bounds and Beyond, which probably, it just popped into my head one night when I was sat on the sofa at night, and it just made sense. It just felt like that's where we are spiritually, and that's where we need to keep going. We need to keep pushing those boundaries. And yeah, so anything you see previous to this video, I mean, obviously it's been quite a few years, but anything you see previous to this video is right from the early days of Lerona. Now, I'll be trying to adapt my language as much as I can in order to beat the alien life force that is beyond everything digital. But you'll get it. I'm sure you'll get it. I'll try and change as many words as I can in order to but keep them on point, if you know what I mean. So you'll get it, because I'll say things like Space Jam, and then you know what that is. I don't need to mention it and get this video completely sort of demoted. But yeah, so what was the reason for me being gone since the beginning of Lerona? Well, I wasn't in a very good place. You could probably see that from my last video I did previous to this one now, which I think was called Just Like a Tree, and you could see me sort of fading. There was almost a look, when I look back now, because I did look at the last video, I did see what I was like, when did it end? And when I look at that now, you can sort of see that sort of fade of, like, I don't know, is it desperation? Is it whatever? But I didn't want to take you guys along on that journey with me. You don't need extra stress in your life. You don't need to be seeing, you don't need to be seeing me going through it. But it's been a fight all the way through everything that was not only caused by what can I call it? I don't know what to call it. Not only caused by the situation after Lerona, but also what it had done, what it had caused in relationship to looking around you and seeing other people, particularly like family members, some close family members, and the way they behave and what they do. And you just, and they, you see people turning their back on you left and right, and it's just got to be done. It's your family, it's close people, it's people that you've looked up to, or you've looked forward to meeting, or anything, or they've been a big part of your life, and some friends too, and you just see them behaving in ways that that's it, that's the end of the relationship and time to move on, sort of thing. And that was a very difficult sort of thing to do, but I knew it had to be done. It's just breaking off relationships or just getting over the fact that they're gone, that these people aren't what you expected them to be anymore. I've got the people in my life who I need to take forward, and they've been there for me throughout. And as in, they've always made me felt welcome when they come in their home and everything else. But I wasn't going to drag you guys through all that rubbish I was going through in life, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to take you through the upset, and you had enough of it going on for yourself. I always want to be an inspiration. That's why I'm back now, because I just want to be, I feel right again. I feel like I'm right on that. We talk about those wave cycles years ago. For any of you who used to watch my channel, well, I'm just on that pit of the wave cycle, and just starting to bring myself back up again. It's just on that best bit. The best bit where people can see where you are, and then they can see you just come to life. And that's what I always want to be. I always want to be seen as that inspirational character, because I think there's nothing more evil. There's no more evil force in this world than anxiety, on a personal level. Now I'm speaking, and it tops everything. It really does. You think you're suffering from other things, but really no, you just got anxiety. in such a bad way that it causes health problems, it causes mental problems. It you know, it stunts everything that you ever want to do in your life. It stops it, and it's really hard to do anything at all. And as you know, here's me speaking on my videos feeling like a hypocrite, you know, because you just think you've gone through everything. And just when you think you got it sussed, everything's gonna be just fine, everything, the shit hits the fan and it all gets thrown up in the air. But you've got those consistent people in your life, the people who matter, and the things, and you know, you grow from it. But it's not that you would particularly choose to go through it, but you grow from all these experiences that we've had over, especially over the last couple of years, and you move on with your life, and yeah, I'm becoming a better place psychologically, hopefully, you know. And that's what I really want to focus this channel on. There's a lot of things that I want to talk about. You can imagine the pent up material. I did write stuff down when I felt strong enough to, as I was going through it, when I was reading through some of those notes the other night, and by God, like, you know, you still get insights in the absolute depths of despair. There's still insights that you have that are just like, at the time can seem like the end of the world, but when you look back, you think, God, wow, you come a long way. And yeah, so I mean, I want to go into a lot of things on this channel. I want to go into every controversial subject. I am not going into politics, apart from telling people not to vote, which I always did. If you look back on my videos, how voting is just ridiculous, you know. But apart from telling people about all that, you know, I won't be going into sides or things. I could mention a situation that happened because it's had such an impact in our lives. Like, for instance, if I talked about a certain tall man with an orange face in America, then I would probably refer to him instead of saying his name and then getting the video demoted, because, you know, we don't have freedom of speech anymore. I would probably just refer to him as the American red pill, because I think that describes the situation and what happened. You know, that vote that was cast was the red or blue pill, and thank God, and now I know why I was so happy with that choice. Thank God people chose the red pill. So yeah, I mean, I mean, it's not just that. I would call the what would I say, the exit from a certain landmass all around me as being the English red pill. The exit from that larger landmass control that it had over our country, I would call that the English red pill, because, you know, the voting don't matter. The same thing goes on, but I'd rather see it for what it is. Let's see what it is. Let's see what's controlling this world. Let's see what's happening. Then just go down the airy fairy way of like, well, it's decided now. We'll do this, we'll do that, and this is the laws it's going to be. You know, and we'll just get on to, you know, ignore everything that's going on. I'd rather see it all. Let's see it. Let's fight. Let's yeah, you know. So yeah, that's where there's lots of things I want to talk about. But the main thing I would like to do with this channel from this point on is to create a situation where people feel like by the time they finish watching whatever video I make on whatever subjects, and believe me, there's a lot of things, that they suddenly feel like, okay, I actually feel better. You know, I feel better after watching that. I feel a lot, you know, my anxiety's faded. Now I sort of got a different insight, and a unique insight, which has made me feel perhaps better about my situation too. So, you know, if that's what you want, that's where we're going. We're just removing anxiety, and we're finding ways over things and creating our own lives, becoming our own beings, experiencing the world how we want to experience it. So yeah, so I'll probably make a few more videos as I'm sat here. So because I want to I've got so much to say. And if you want that, follow me on along. Please like and subscribe, because I know everybody says it, but I want to do lives, but I can't. Apparently, I did read through the notes before. I don't know if it's changed. You know, I can't do lives until I get a certain amount of subscriptions. So it'd be lovely if you can share it and like and subscribe and all that. And then eventually you can see me as I speak, you know, rather than me having to do these pre-recorded videos. You know, I never edit them. That you just get this, and that's it. And I just upload it, and you can see there's no gaps, jumps, anything. It's just the flow. That's about as authentic as I can be, really, without going live. So I'd like to do that one day. Speak soon.